Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Okay, I got this question from a friend of mine. We'll call him Mohammed. He's an ex-Muslim. He's based in Europe. Okay. Now, he and I have been in touch with each other for many years now. He on YouTube, he goes by the name of Tommy Gunn or something, I think. Yeah. He keeps his real identity hidden for obvious reasons. Now, this is the question that he asked me, okay? And I'm reading out his message. He said, Loy, you mentioned to me several times about Westerners and how they think about minorities and people different than them. I'll address each and every part that he has put. Okay. What's your opinion on ex-Muslims who do nothing but bash up Islam on YouTube and make it their full-time hobby? Are they jobless? Or do they have any issues from childhood? What is the point of doing it? Do they think Westerners love them unconditionally? Okay, there are many aspects of Islam I don't like, but at least I'm not a brown noser to West who praises Christianity, mocks Islam all the time. The Apostate Prophet is one example, very biased towards Christians. If you could make a video on it, it would be appreciated. Okay, so there are many parts to this question. I'll address them individually. Okay, now, for those of you who do not know, I'll be surprised if you don't know, I'm an atheist. Okay, and if you check my videos, I have spoken against not Islam, but bad ideas of Islam, and not only Islam, bad ideas of Hinduism, bad ideas of Christianity. To give you a few examples, in Christianity, the Pope, he is covering up for the pedophile priests. He supports them, but how dare you, you know? And he talks about Christ and forgiveness. How can you forgive someone who has molested children, and how can you protect them? So I'm totally against that. And I'm also against Christianity's kind of lifestyle where they talk about Jesus, Christmas and all that, but they'll busy drink alcohol and party. And what has that got to do with Christmas? Jesus was born, so you booze and get drunk and go for parties. Okay, so there are a few things. And yes, if you get into the religious aspect, cherry picking, a lot of incidents are there. I don't want to get into it, but Christianity, for me, I'm an ex-Christian, has its own nonsense. Next is Hinduism. Okay, bad practices like you put milk on a statue, an idol. You put milk, you put food, you give food that poor people can eat to a statue, but you drink cow urine. Another coconut. Okay, you drink cow urine, which and you have bath in cow dung. I mean, your brains must be, I don't know, some other side. And then, oh, there's a scientific data. If you drink cow urine, it's very this thing. Then why not camel urine? Why not human urine? What's common sense? You throw milk, but you drink urine, and it heals COVID. Oh, it's bullshit, man. Okay. Then bad ideas in Islam. I think I don't need to even get into it. Enough and more chopping, cutting, Allah Akbar, explosion. And we are a religion of peace and all that. Okay, fine. So the point I'm trying to make here is, I criticize bad ideas. Okay, if you're using religion to be a good human being, to do good, to help others, and for your own spiritual reasons, fine. If you're commercializing it, and if your only job is, I need to help market and sell and make this religion grow for the goodness of mankind, and you totally ignore everything else, for me, that's stupidity. Okay, now, what he says, you mentioned to me several times about Westerners. and how they think about minorities and people different from them. Okay, so what is he talking about? I deal with a lot of Westerners. In fact, I stay in a country where almost all the tourists are Westerners. Now, there is this belief that West is fair, democratic. You know, in Hollywood, the good guys are the people from the West. At least most people believe that. The West is, you know, advanced knowledge and all that. But there is tremendous amount of arrogance, ignorance, stupidity of the West. You don't need to go very far. The gender, oh, you can be a boy, you can be a girl tomorrow. Your gender is fluid. Oh, your pronouns, I'll respect your pronouns. Oh, this guy, he identifies as a girl. Now he can compete with girls. And then when he wins, oh, it's a transgender girl. So you can make out how much of common sense and advanced thinking Westerners have. So Westerners are just like anyone else. In fact, many of them are even more stupid and ignorant than simple people from the East. Okay. So overall, you could say I identify people individually. Okay. But I can tell you this much. People in the West, they are not very happy with people who come there, immigrants who come to take their jobs. They feel at least their jobs are being taken. And when you have an increased amount of competition, an increased amount of immigrants, obviously citizens will not get jobs, especially if they are ready to work for a competitive rate. Case in point, what is happening in the UK. All right. So, one thing is, in the West, they will not explicitly tell you how they feel, because you can really be taken to task. There are a lot of activists, a lot of people who want to sue you, a lot of people who can, you know, file legal charges against you. So people are very afraid to voice their actual opinion. We only see in the media the extremists. Now, he says, what's your opinion about ex-Muslims who have nothing to do but bash up Islam on YouTube and make it their full-time job? Okay. So what do you think about them? Now, keep in mind, everyone has their agenda. Everyone has, I guess, their priority, their focus, their hobby, their interest. I identify these people as activists, as you know, it's like a hobby, it's like an interest. Okay, like for example, when I was in UAE, I was an expat. I knew a lot of drawbacks, a lot of bad things that are happening in UAE against expats, but we couldn't talk about it. So I realized as long as I'm there, I'm a guest. I can't insult the host, or I'll have to pay a massive price. So when I left, after I left, I decided I would expose the reality, because nobody is doing it, at least with the amount that I'm doing, with the experience that I've had. But I also keep in mind I have to be fair. I don't only bash up UAE. I say there are a lot of good things in UAE. I like to be a balanced individual. But for these people, I guess they might have gone through some traumatic experience or something really bad, and they have decided to take the stance where for them it's absolutely bad. Okay. Now, Aryan Hirsi Ali, she has gone through tremendous amount of suffering, from being raped to death threats to witnessing her colleagues being killed. Now, you can't expect her to suddenly turn around and say, Islam is nice. No. You know, you can even see videos where in the park, when they are arguing and debating, in the UK, you have these parks. You get one Muslim guy physically slapped, you know, a female. One guy got knifed. Now, these are Muslims doing it to ex-Muslims. You know, I always tell people, the worst violence is within religions, not one religion versus another religion. It is like within Muslims itself, the worst bloodshed. Within Hindus itself, the worst, like casteism. Within Christians itself, the worst infighting. There's too much of infighting. So now, with regards to these YouTubers and all that, they've taken a stand and they're sticking to it. So that's what they want to do, and that's what they are happy about. It's like, for example, if you ask a person who is passionate about cryptocurrency, okay, for him cryptocurrency is the end do all. Example, I'm sure, because you're part of my groups, people who support BJP, no matter what the BJP does, no matter what news you show them, no matter what you tell them, BJP is always right. Let's flip the switch. You speak to someone in Congress who supports Congress. No matter what you tell him about Congress, Congress is perfect. So each one has his own. There are these individuals who don't believe in being fair. For them, they consider this their identity. And anything that goes against any bit of their belief, they'll go ballistic. So, well, this is what he just feels this is what it is, and he wants to stick by that theme that Islam is pure evil, and he just wants to bash up. And given the fact that he gets death threats, he gets people, wanting to attack his wife and child, and some of them just keep attacking left, right, and center. Then you can't expect them to talk nice about Islam. Okay, with regards to issues from childhood, we are all products of our upbringing, of our experiences. It shapes us who we are. So, if your upbringing is Islam is the real religion as a child, Allah is God, Prophet Muhammad is perfect, and you're drilled this and all other religions are fake and shit and crap, no matter who you are, you'll tend to believe that. So you are a product of your upbringing. And if you have had bad experiences, like let's say someone treated you bad, or you got raped or harmed, or it shapes you up, Okay, then what is the point of this? Well, everyone has an opinion and everyone wants to speak their mind out. Muslim will only promote Islam. A person who hates Muslim will speak against Islam. Do you think Westerners love them unconditionally? See, Westerners don't give a fuck. Okay, if you identify people as individuals, everyone's busy with their own shit, man. Nobody gives a fuck. You think President Obama cared about black people? No, he first is worried about him, his wife, his kids. Then he's worried about his job. Then after everything, me, my, I, then he'll worry about his party. And he'll worry about their agenda. And he'll play along. In fact, if you look at it, he's one of the worst presidents for the black people. He did the worst damage for immigrants. But he was great at communication and entertainment. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is a very blunt guy, in your face. And he knows that the best way is, be this villainous character, because people are tired of this sweet-sounding goody-goody. Like, see, Joe Biden, sweet and understanding, but fake. So that's what it is, man. Okay, there are many aspects of Islam I don't like, but at least I'm not a brown noser to the West who praises Christianity and mocks Islam. Yeah, that is also there. See, keep in mind, Westerners, they love Christianity. Okay, at least not all, but most. And it's a Christian nation, as they call it. That is why in the media, it's Muslim terrorists, it's Islamic extremists. But they'll never say Christian terrorists. They'll never say Christian, Christian, what do you say, anything evil with Christianity, And if you criticize Jews, anything about Jews, non-Jews, it's anti-Semitism, and you're branded as, so like France, anything you say about Islam, it's you need to have open communication, freedom of speech. You can say anything you want about Islam and draw even the Prophet. It's freedom of speech. But you talk about Jews, there's no freedom of speech. You are immediately arrested and anti-Semitism, and they'll have legal cases on you. Okay. In fact, President Macron, who speaks about freedom of speech, when someone put his photograph as a Hitler in a billboard, he put a legal case on him. Then where is your freedom of speech? Double standards, right? It's like this climate activism, Greta Thunberg and all that. They are complaining of people burning fossil fuels, but they travel by jets and private planes, and they live a high life, and they're using the internet. They use all coal and fossil fuels and live in life of luxury. But they want everyone else to, okay, change. You change, not me change. Lecturing, you know. Okay, this apostate prophet is one guy who's very biased towards Christians. I guess he found something good when you compare the worst of one thing to the best of another. Obviously, you will praise it, right? If you could make a video on this, I'd appreciate it. So this is my video and this is my response. See, I'll tell you, end of the day, everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants to put their point across. It's very hard to get someone who's very balanced. There are very strong biases and emotions play a very big game. So all I'll tell you is, you can't change the world. Just surround yourself with people who have more or less the personality you have. I'm not saying surround yourself with people who only say yes. In my groups, I have people who are totally opposite of me. Some love Islam and some love BJP and some love, they think atheists are evil and they think tattoos are horrible, and not that I say all my tattoos are nice. So, but this helps you grow as an individual, as a human being. That's why I encourage debate and, you know, I allow people to give their peace. You know, peace means they are whatever is in their heart. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree, disagree? What I have to say, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay? This is me signing off. You guys take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.